Here is the question number 8. The first part is, see, the question is the following figures GUNS and RUNS, guns and runs, are parallelograms. Both are parallelograms and we have to find out the value of x and y. See the first one. See, GUNS, it is a parallelogram. So they have given the measurements of the sides, and what we know about the sides of the parallelogram, that the opposite sides are equal. So here we can write 3y minus 1. This is one of the sides, or you can write GU is equal to SN. GU is equal to SN. What is the reason? Since opposite sides of parallelogram. Okay, so it implies, what is the length of GU? 3y minus 1, SN 26. So we are getting 3y. All of you know how to solve equations, isn't it? 26 plus 1, 3y is equal to 27, and hence we are getting y is equal to 27 by 3, that is equal to 9. So we got the value of y as 9. Okay, similarly here see, SG and NU are the opposite sides of a parallelogram. So we can write SG is equal to NU. Okay, I am writing the second part here. Again, SG is equal to UN. The same reason, the opposite sides of the parallelogram. So SG is 3x and UN is 18. So x equal to 18 by 3, that is equal to 6. So we got the value of x as 6. So these are the two values, means the value of x is equal to 6 and value of y is equal to 9. So like this we have completed this question. Now moving on to the next one, RUNS. Okay, this is another parallelogram, and here also we need to find out the values of x and y. See, in this particular diagram they have not given us the measurement of the sides, but here they are dealing with the diagonals. Okay, so I can rub this figure. Here they are having the diagonals. One of the diagonals is RN, another one is SU. Okay, now let us consider that these two diagonals are intersecting at a point O. I have given this the name O. Now what we know about the diagonals of a parallelogram? That the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Okay, so what we can write? SO is equal to OU. SO is equal to OU. What is the reason? Since diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. Students, always remember one thing, that in case of this type of sums, the main thing is that whatever you are writing, for that one, what is the reason, that you have to always write on the right hand side. If you just go on writing SO is equal to OU without writing the reason, your marks will be deducted. For each and every line that you are writing, you need to write the reason or the property that you have used. Okay, so SO is equal to OU. The reason for this is since diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. Now what is the measurement of SO? They have given it to be 20, and OU is y plus 7. So if you wish, you can bring it on the left hand side. Then y is equal to 20 minus 7. So y is equal to 13. Clear? So we got the value of y is equal to 13. Now after doing this one, the second part also we can write the same reason. Okay, after writing this, okay, you can pause the video and write it down. Now the second part I will be telling you. Here the two parts of the diagonals are RO and ON. Okay, now RO is equal to ON. RO equal to ON. Okay, since the same reason, diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Okay, so we have written the reason. Now write the length of arrow. Arrow is equal to 16. ON is equal to x plus y. Okay, so 16 is equal to x plus y. What was the value of y? Y is equal to 13. Where did you get it from? Okay, not since y is equal to 13, you are putting the value of y. So x is equal to what? 16 minus 13, that is x is equal to 3. So we get the value of x to be 3. Therefore x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 13. Here is the 9th question. RISK and CLUE, these two are parallelograms. Now we need to find out the value of x. Now see, RISK, it's a parallelogram, just this one. So what we know about the opposite angles, this angle and this angle are the opposite angles. So if it is 120 degree, it is going to be 120 degree. Okay, now when see this and these are parallel, so if we consider this to be transversal, then this plus this will be 180 degree. Why? Co-interior angles. See, if these two are parallel lines, the sum of these two angles gives you 180 degree. So if this is 120 degree, this plus this has to be 180 degree. So it becomes 60 degree. Okay, I can write it here. This angle becomes 60 degree. Now again see this parallelogram, CLUE, clue. This angle and this angle are the opposite angles. So if this is 70 degree, this will be 70 degree. So if you consider this triangle now, this is 60 degree, this is 70 degree, and we need to find out the value of x. So the sum of these three angles has to be 180 degree. So what we can write? We can write that 70 degree plus 60 degree plus x equal to 180 degree by angle sum property of triangle, and hence we will get the value of x as 180 minus 130, thus x will be equal to 50 degree. Okay, so first you need to write that this angle is equal to this angle because opposite angles of a parallelogram. Then again this angle equal to this angle because co-interior angles. Again this angle is equal to this angle, opposite angles. Now in this triangle the sum of three angles has to be 180 degree. So by applying angle sum property, we got the value of x to be 50 degree. Got it? Here is question number 10. They have given the question as explain how this figure is a trapezium. They have given a quadrilateral KLMN. The measure of two angles are given. You have to explain why it is, how it is a trapezium. So what we know about trapezium? In a trapezium, one pair of opposite sides has to be parallel. Okay. Now look at this one. See, these two angles are adjacent angles, isn't it? So adjacent angles, or we can say that these two angles sum is going to give you 180 degree. And if you consider these two to be simple lines, and if you consider this to be transversal, then see, if you are having two lines, oh it's not writing here, two lines, and if they are cut by a transversal, then this and these two angles are called what? Co-interior angles or interior angles on the same side of the transversal. And we know that if the co-interior angles are supplementary, then definitely this will be parallel to this. Now in this case, see, we don't know whether these are parallel or not. If I am considering that these two lines are there and ML is the transversal, then these two angles sum is going to give you 180 degree. It means that if the sum of these two angles is 180 degree, it definitely means that this is parallel to this. Why? Because they form the co-interior angles. Okay, just like that we can write it very simply. Just write it. angle L plus angle M is equal to 100 degree plus 80 degree, that is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, NM is parallel to KL, since angle M and angle L, these are supplementary angles and are a pair of co-interior angles. Okay, are a pair of co-interior angles. This is the reason. Sum is going to give you 180 degree, therefore this is parallel. What is the reason? Since M and L are supplementary angles and are a pair of co-interior angles. This will be enough. Okay, if you wish, you can write it in your own way. The main thing is that these two are forming, these are co-interior angles and they are supplementary. That is why NM is parallel to this. Hence, we can say that, hence KLMN is a trapezium. Okay, done. Now, going to question number 11, they have given that AB is parallel to DC, okay, and we need to find out the measure of C. Very simple. See, this is parallel to this, and we know that in a parallel, when two lines are parallel and they are being intersected by a transversal, then these two angles will form co-interior angles. So, this plus this has to be 180 degree. Okay. So, if the sum of these two has to be 180 degree, definitely this will be 60 degree. Very simple. Just the reverse of this one. Okay. Here it was the two angles were supplementary and you need to prove that they were parallel, and here it is given that they are parallel. Okay. So, just write, since DC is parallel to AB, therefore angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. What is the reason? Co-interior angles. Interior angles. They are parallel, so they are co-interior angles. So, B plus C, B is given to be 120 degree and we don't know the measure of C. So, angle C will be 180 minus 120. So, angle C is equal to 60 degree. Very simple. Done. Okay.